What's up everyone? Welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be talking more about becoming vegan, and also I'm going to be doing a recipe for you guys. Today I'm going to be making one of my favorites, my go-to comfort food. It's corn pasta. Here, I'll show you guys. It's corn pasta, gluten-free. There's also other different kinds if you're into the whole gluten-free. And I'm going to be making my homemade raw tomato sauce, as you see right here. I have some vegetables already cut up, some zucchini, broccoli, carrots, some bell peppers, and over here I have my pasta boiling. And yeah, so while I'm waiting for the pasta to start cooking, or to finish cooking, I'm going to talk to you guys about becoming vegan. Now, in my last video, I just briefly touched on the whole thing. Now, today I just want to talk more or less about you finding the right, I guess you could say, vegan way to go. There's so many different ways now. You could go fully raw, you could go all cooked, you could do half-half. A lot of people focus more or less on the processed stuff, which is terrible for you. At the beginning, I did a lot of processed stuff and it didn't help at all. I started to break out with acne a little more, and I wasn't losing weight, and body fat wasn't dropping, and overall I just didn't feel the best. And then I did the fully raw fruit and vegetables all day long. The only thing having cooked in the morning a few days of the week was oatmeal. That I felt a lot better on. It's all about preference. So if you're into the whole fully raw, then go for it. See how you feel on it. It might benefit you a lot more than it did me. As long as you're getting enough calories, because fruits and vegetables are very low in calories. And it's very easy to not get up to your daily recommended amount. So I suggest, if you're going that route, to count your calories. Just to make sure that you're not still putting yourself into a starvation mode. Because you should at least be getting 1,200 calories, if not more. Currently, I'm eating around 1,500 to 1,600 on this diet. Our lifestyle, it's not a diet. So I'm following the McDougall program, which is an amazing program. It's done wonders for me. It's given me more energy. I honestly feel a lot better. My brain's not as foggy. I've started to lose weight, and it's just very sustainable because you're not feeling deprived, because you're eating a lot more starches, because it's a more starch-based diet as opposed to eating more fruits and vegetables and eating low carb. Because nowadays we're just taught to eat more or less low carb in order to lose weight. So I'll talk more about that later. Oh my god, I can't even talk today. So our pasta is done, and we're going to strain it. And here you have some fusilli corn pasta, which is my absolute favorite. So you can mix that in with your vegetables, give it a shake, and now for the sauce. This is a fully raw sauce. I don't usually warm it up. Now you can if you want, but that kind of defeats the purpose of it being fully raw. Now in here is a half cup of tomato sauce, or I use strained tomatoes. I have one cut up plum tomato. You can use any other kind of tomato, just on the smaller side, unless you want it a very chunky sauce. I also have a third of a bell pepper. I'm using yellow today because that's all I have on hand. You can use green, red, orange, it's all good. I also have, as you see over here, 2 small chunks of onion, and I have 1 garlic clove as well. Now, being that my family is more Italian, we love to add our spices. Now here I have some basil. I'm going to put a few sprinkles in there. I have some oregano. Another few sprinkles. I have some parsley. Now, I'm using all dried. I don't have fresh on hand right now. You can use all fresh. Fresh the better. It's up to you. I like a little more parsley. So, okay. Now I'm going to use a little bit of garlic powder. Even though there's already garlic clove in there, I just like to add a little more for just like a little more oomph, you know. Same thing with onion powder. Even like I said, even though there's onion, it just gives it a little more taste. Okay, so that's all of it. You can add salt if you want. That's totally up to you. Now, let's get started. I'm going to show you guys. I'm using the blender today. Give me 1 second. Okay, so I'm going to use the blender today because I like it to be a little more of a hearty, chunky sauce, and I just pulse it. You can go the other route and make it don't put as big pieces of onion or garlic. You could use all dried ingredients if you wanted a smooth sauce. So like I said, mine, I always like more chunky. So here we go. So here I have my Oster blender, and we're going to turn it on, and we're going to click the food chop option. I'm just going to do it for a few seconds. Now I'm just going to do a low pulse. Okay, and that should be it. You see how quick and simple that is? I love this recipe because whenever I'm on the go or I get home late at night, I can make this and it's a great comfort food. I also can make this in advance. And I've served this to a few other people and they absolutely love it, because especially if you're a big pasta lover, it's amazing. And oh my god, it smells so good. Okay, so with this, you don't even need meat. I mean, becoming vegan, this is also, I guess, a good transition food. So yeah, you see how kind of chunky that is? You can also, if you want it a little smoother, you can add in a few drops of water to kind of help smooth it out. But yes, it's a very chunky, almost salsa-like consistency. You just spread it all on top. You can use it all. You don't have to use it all. It's totally your opinion. Now, another thing I want to talk to you guys about. Make sure you are getting enough B12. Now, you might hear, oh, you can get all of your vitamins in the food. Now, the only vitamins you're not going to get in your food are vitamin D, which, as most of us should know, we get that only from the sun. And a lot of people just automatically think supplementation is the best way to go. Now, you can supplement, especially if you don't get out in the sun a lot, or you can go ahead and just sit outside in the sun for like 10 minutes a day, 15 minutes if you want. More than that, I would use precaution because of sun damage. And another nutrient that you need to be aware of that food doesn't produce in the vegan lifestyle is vitamin B12. Now, you might say, oh, well, I thought you could get all of our vitamins that way, and that's the natural way. Well, you can get all of them except for, like I said, vitamin D, and vitamin B12. Now, vitamin B12 is you might hear it being found in animals. Now, vitamin B12 is made from a bacteria, and that's why our fruits and vegetables don't have them. I would highly suggest you supplement. You can supplement just like once a week. That's normally what I do. I take a sublingual tablet once a week, and that'll be it, because it does stay in your system. It is water soluble, so if you have too much in your system, you're just going to eliminate it in your urine. So don't worry about having too much, just worry about having too little. Another great way, if you don't feel safe with taking supplements, because I understand if you don't like it. I honestly don't like it as well. The only supplement I do take is vitamin B12. Now, another great thing you can use, which is what I use whenever I make this pasta, and a few of my other cheese sauces, is this nutritional yeast. Now, they added B12 to it, so you're getting your B12 in this. It doesn't have a whole lot. As you can see right here, it has 40% of your daily value, but you need a tablespoon. So if you're using this on your pasta, I would say try to get that tablespoon in. It might take some time for you to get used to it. It did for me. So I'm going to show you approximately how much you should be putting on your pasta. This is almost like a replacement for Parmesan cheese, if you used to use it before you became vegan. So you're just going to sprinkle it on top. And if you weren't aware, that's about good. You can add more if you want, of course, or a little less, totally up to you. Now, what I do say is, if you are unaware, if you're getting, or if you fear you're not getting enough vitamins, is to go to your doctor and ask him to do a complete blood test for all your vitamins to make sure that all your levels are fine. That's what I did after the first 3 months of becoming vegan. I wasn't sure if I was getting enough nutrients or whatever, so I had all my levels checked and everything was fine, because a lot of people do have dropped levels of iron, which can cause anemia, the vitamin B12, which can cause a whole bunch of problems. I'll do another separate video on that in the future. And then the vitamin D issue. A lot of people think, oh, we can get that from, or we're supposed to get that from calcium and stuff like that. From not calcium. Calcium is what makes vitamin D absorb into the body, but we get our vitamin D from all of the dairy, meaning cheeses and milk and butter and all that stuff. So make sure, if you fear your levels aren't quite where they should be, talk to your doctor about it and have him check. So that's about it for today. If you guys have any questions, please leave them in the comments. And if you like this video, please do a thumbs up so I know to do more recipe videos, and subscribe if you haven't already. All right, have a great day, guys. Bye.